Oh, welcome back. So I got a little red dot to show you. This is going to be an opening, and I haven't even opened this box yet. Just a opening and show what it looks like and first impressions and what gun it's going to be going on. I will be getting, hopefully, it's cold. Hopefully going out and shooting soon. It's going to be a 22, so if it works on a 22, that's the bare minimum. If it dies on a 22, then I'll let you know. Alright, so this is the Feyachi RDS-22. It's a 2 MOA. It's just a red dot, I do believe. I haven't actually opened this box yet. From the picture, it came with a riser. It's $56.99 on Amazon. Alright, so you get a couple of different wrenches, a star head, and an Allen key, and a CR2032. Oh, cool. Comes with a little bikini cover. Not, well, quite. Maybe if I stretch it out enough, it'll work. Okay, yeah, there's your riser. So if you want to use a riser, I don't plan on using a riser. A little lens cloth. And here's the sight. Pull it out real quick, take a quick look, hopefully. It's not too bad. It's like a ruby yellow coated lens. Alright, so let's dive down below and show you what this is going to be going on. Alright, so here's the sight. A little interesting note. This battery was in it, which would have been great, but this was already on 1. So the battery was dead. And the battery that came with it is a completely different brand battery, so I don't know what the deal is, if it's actually supposed to come with 2 different batteries, or if this was a return, but it did come with a DOA battery. And at least the red dot works. This is 7 of 10. I'm not sure how well you can see that. You can even see it there. There you go. You can see it. When we're done putting it on the rifle, I'll show you some other red dots that it's going to be going compared against. Nice. Well, it's actually a little too stiff, but hopefully that will work in. It does wrap back around. And I'm mistaken, I'm sorry, it actually goes to 11. It's like Spinal Tap. So this is what it's going to be going on. This scope is actually my first red dot I purchased and put on my first AR. So this is going to be getting retired since it's at least 6 years old. Alright, so let's take this sucker off. I hope my hat wasn't in the way. And if you guys have ever put on a red dot, it's not that difficult. I will say the screws are kind of bad. Instead of going flat, it has a lot of wiggle room, so it seems like it'd be easy to strip the screw out. Let me take a little gander through it real quick. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. Alright, so let me go get a couple of other red dots and show you exactly what this is going to be going head to head with. Stay tuned. Alright, so I decided to come inside. I got a lot of red dots. Alright, so this is a Simmons red dot I put on my Mosin Nagant. This is probably the dimmest. On every single one of them, I put them at half power. This goes to 11, so I went ahead and rounded it up to 6. As well as the other ones that went to 11, and really this is pretty dim. I'm actually thinking about changing this out with the center point. I actually took off my 22. Speaking of, this one goes to 5. I put it on 3. I don't know, this seems to have a finer point. Max brightness on both of these is rather poor. Pretty terrible. This is another center point, little different design. this doesn't have any numbers, but if I put it halfway up, actually this one is the brightest of the two center points. All the way up, it's also brighter. A little bit bigger dot though. Being a shotgun, it's fine with me. Alright, so this is what I would call my most expensive red dot. It might not be expensive to some. It's a Vortex Strike Fire 2. This is the bright red. I didn't want to deal with the green dot, and according to, you know, the Strike Fire 1, the single red dot was supposed to be overall brighter than the green. This is halfway up, and it's like 1 or 2 notches brighter than the others. However, all the way up, very, very, very bright. I'm getting a little bit of hazing around the inside of the edges of the glass, and a little bit of starburst effect on the red dot overall. But really, that looks pretty decent. Alright, this is my Holosun. I don't remember the exact one. It's the one that has the shake to wake, but it doesn't have the solar panel. So turn that one. One second. This one actually has the most adjustments. That's about halfway up. Oh, not quite. And this is, I'd say, about average, maybe just a hair below. But the last 3 clicks is where you get most of your brightness. Yeah, the very last one is pretty useless. All it does is makes like a lot of the outside of your glass starburst red, and the red dot is kind of unusable. And now to the Feyachi. Let's turn this halfway up on 6. I will say this is, I'd say, yeah, the top 2. I'd say the Vortex is a little bit brighter, but for, you know, a third the cost. Now, this is what really surprised me when I turned it all the way to 11. Bright red dot. Slight starburst, not that much at all, and I am getting 0 hazing around the outside of the body, on the outside of your lens. Getting very slight around where the emitter is. Other than that, I think it looks awesome. You compare these to the Holosun, the body is actually a little shorter, and the Holosun does not have a mount on it. You actually have to buy a low pro mount, or that might actually come with one. And I think, actually, never mind, I think it did come with a low pro mount. But overall, the body on this Feyachi is shorter, and I'm not sure about the battery type. They're little watch batteries, so they're rather cheap. You can get a 5-pack of them on eBay for $8. Yeah, I'm really liking the Feyachi though. Especially if you get out in very bright days. You're going to get very little starburst on the dot, and I'm getting 0 like a hazing effect on the outside of the glass, except for where the emitter is. So far so good. Old powerful 22. We'll see how it takes that though. All right, so this just like I said, just an impressions video, comparing, you know, dots I got for $60 all the way up to $170. I think that Holosun was like $125, something around there. So there you go. Stay tuned for the shooting portion of the video, which will be hopefully a couple weeks. I don't set times to go shooting. I don't go to the range. I always go out to land and shoot where I have free will and free reign to do what I want. If I want to crotch shot this or, you know, drink while shooting, I don't suggest it. I can do it, but can't wait to give it a go. Stay tuned. We'll be seeing you.